Everybody, I'm Tim Bulott. Welcome to Adventure Backcountry. So we're going to continue on with our 1993 Jeep YJ, and we're troubleshooting a couple of things here. So if you followed us on our last series, we had some issues with the new distributor. The distributor was broken from the store, and we have a replacement on order. But because we've had just some intermittent dropouts, some intermittent stalling on this at higher RPMs, just to satisfy that it is in timing, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall that distributor. It'll be okay. I'll clamp it down tight. And I'm going to put a timing light on this thing, and I'm going to just see exactly where we're at on the timing. Now, it has a rebuilt motor in it, remanufactured engine. I did not install that. I bought it with the engine in there. So, and it's been running good, but you know, with that distributor running loose for I don't know how long before I actually caught it, and with it slowly starting to stall just a little bit, 2,500 to 3,500 RPMs, I'm just going to go ahead and check timing just so I know, and set it the best that I can. Mark that so I'll have it for a reference, and that'll just kind of give me a new starting point as I continue to troubleshoot this. So up until now, we've replaced pretty much all the sensors on it. It's got a new distributor cap, new rotor, new coil, new spark plug wires. It's got a new map sensor on it, as we put on yesterday. New distributor, as you saw that. Also, the alternator's new. So we're slowly getting all of the failure points on this replaced, and so forth. And then if it is in timing, we're still getting that stall after we've got the distributor good and locked down, we'll start looking at fuel system and other things. It does have a new fuel pump also. So anyway, let's get to work. Okay, so we are filming in high def, I might add. I had a request from the Netherlands to go ahead and do a series or a show in high def, so we're fulfilling that request. So anyway, let's look at the distributor. As I pointed out to you before, this little flange broke off, and it's got forks on it, and the forks fit around this nut. Okay, so this holds down more or less in this configuration like so. Okay, and the forks were not affected by the clamp here, but nevertheless, this bolt had loosened a little bit, and this apparently moved, and those forks failed. Okay, and it allowed the distributor to move, and it did affect the timing to some degree. Now, I have since added a lock washer, okay, and we'll see if that helps keep that from happening again. Now, in reading up on these straight six, these injected six, they're saying that you can't really set the initial timing by moving the distributor like you could on a conventional non-fuel injected six-cylinder, and therefore the forks are supposed to keep it from being movable, but it moved and it affected the timing. So I've taken pictures of it in its original position. I'm going to reinstall it with the rotor in the exact same position to compensate for the torque also, because it's going to torque some as you put it in due to these torque gears on it as it makes contact, and I'm going to go ahead and cap it back down. So after that, what we're going to try to do is first we'll see if it starts, and as I'm speaking before I do that, I'm going to disconnect my battery. So after that, we're going to find our timing marks on our balancer down there. We're going to mark them, and I'm going to shoot it with a timing light, and I'm just going to see for my own peace of mind where it's at on the timing, because like I said, I didn't put this engine in. I've never seen under the timing chain cover. I'm assuming it was done right, but just you never know. I've had suspicions about that since the beginning, so let's see what we can come up with on that. Okay, just to show you how I mark this, okay, if you can see this is the rotor, and it's parallel to the engine block right now, which means it's pointed towards the front of the Jeep in the 3 o'clock position. So when it drops in, it should rotate down here to the 5 o'clock position. So when I disassembled it, it was here, and it lifted and shifted to 3. So we're going to go in reverse. So we're going to align this to the exact same position and drop it back into the port to that same position, and we have to make sure that it engages the shaft on the turn shaft on the oil pump all the same. So let's get that done. Okay, so there's the distributor in its position. Okay, and I'm parallel to the engine block, so it's down towards 5. When I lift it, you can see it pivots back to 3. Back down, it goes back to 5. So that's a good starting point. Now, you can see this thing rotates, and it's not supposed to do that, and that will affect the timing. So that's kind of what I'm concerned with, is since this had been loose for a while, is how much it actually did move. So we're gonna reset everything and just see where we're at. All right, so the distributor's installed. Okay, got the cap back on, got the sensor connected, got the battery reconnected. Let's see if she starts. All right, always get a little nervous when it's this time. It's in neutral, see if it starts. Okay, so far so good. Let's see if we can find that timing mark, get some paint on it, get a paint pen on it, and I'm gonna get a light on this thing. All right, so we're looking at the harmonic balancer from the bottom, and here's the timing mark right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a white mark there with a paint pen, and I'm gonna put one across that corresponds so I can see it. So let me get that done. All right, so that should make that easier to see. Now the other problem I may run into here is somebody painted the timing cover black, and that's going to be a chore to see that. But anyway, let's see what we can do. Okay, so you can see the timing as is, you know, I can't see the marks exactly. It looks like it's 25 to 30 degrees, which I believe is a little high, and I'm not. This is getting beyond my shade tree expertise, so I'm gonna have to go home and go to my manual and look this up. So, but if I recall, it's supposed to be around 8 to 10 at idle, which is 700 to 800 RPMs. When I rev it up to 2,000 RPMs, it goes completely off, so that's going to put it up there 40 to 50 degrees. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. It sounds a little high to me. So we're going to do a little bit more research. For now, this adventure continues. What the objective is here, and this is possibly just a possibility, is we're looking at late December, early January, an out west expedition. Haven't picked a destination yet, but I'd like to get this YJ out there. Okay, but we're looking at 20 hours drive there, 20 hours drive back, and I've got to get this little hesitation fixed because I feel like it's increasing a little bit. So any ideas on why I would get a little bit of a stall and an occasional backfire between 2,500 and 3,500 RPMs consistently after it warms up, and I've changed sensors. So if anybody want to throw me a bone there, I appreciate it. Anyway, we'll continue on with this. We appreciate you watching us here. If you would like our channel and subscribe to it, we're going to try to keep more consistent with the videos on the YJ adventures. This one we shot in high def for our friend in the Netherlands there. Besides, I didn't have my batteries charged for the other camera. A little quicker, a little easier. Anyway, y'all take care, and we'll see you on the next one.